Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Emily and I love handbags. I love luxury, travel, and fashion. So if you like any or all of those things, definitely consider subscribing because I would love to have you back here. If you're back, welcome. I am here to share with you a tag video today. Today's tag video was created by the lovely Kat L on YouTube. She is amazing at finding topics to talk about in terms of the luxury world and everything. So if you don't already follow her, I will list her channel below. Kat L created this tag called If I Had a Luxury Time Machine. And the premise of it is if I had a time machine where I can go back in time to tell myself something, what would it be? It could be good or bad things, right? So it could be a pat on the back or it could be like a tip, like, hey, maybe don't do that. So this is quite interesting. It is definitely something that is a little bit more thoughtful and it's also going to be sort of a chatty video. So I'll try to bring in as many eye candy to show you here. But yeah, for the most part, we're gonna have a good sit down. So maybe grab a drink and let's get started. Oh, actually, before we get started, I wanted to show you my bag of the day. This is what I've been using today, and it is my 19K white iridescent mini cocoa handle. I love it. It looks so cute with my outfit today. And yeah, I have blue pants on, so I think the whole thing looks very spring-like. I can't believe it's spring already. I want to preface this with the fact that I don't regret any of the luxury decisions that I have made because I think every choice that I've made have led me to where I am today, which then allows me to realize a lot of these things, right? So, right. But if I had a time machine and I could just like kind of cheat and tell my past self, like, hey, don't waste time, money, energy doing this. I'll just tell you. These are the 6 points that I guess I would tell myself. So I'm gonna start off with a good note. I've written some notes down. The first good thing that I would tell myself is that I did a good job researching all of these bags before buying them. I don't research every single bag. There's definitely been a couple of impulse buys, but for the most part, I do my research thoroughly, like months before I actually buy an item. And part of it is the fun, like, you know, because this is what I like to talk about. This is what I like to look at, listen, chat, you know. So it's not a chore by any means, but it's also a lot of money, right? So before I purchase something, I really want to do my, you know, due diligence. So I want to tell myself, pat myself on the back, saying that good job in doing that because a lot of the items that I have paid a lot of money for are still in my closet, are still things that I love and are classic. So having that knowledge, finding styles that work for me makes it worthwhile staying in my collection. So good job, self. Gonna switch it to a not so good thing, which is to tell myself that I should have stayed away from sale items. So now there's nothing wrong with buying things on sale. In fact, if you can get a great deal, do that, go for it. Get coupon codes, use them, all of that, right? But what I'm trying to say here is do not just buy something because it's on sale. And this is something that I've done, which is why I'm like, don't do it. Because there are times where like I really wanted this bag in like, let's say a dark navy blue color, but a bright electric blue went on sale, same bag, it's on 50% off. It's like, wow, I gotta get it now because it's like pretty much the same thing. It's still blue, right? No, it's not. Because I settled, I am not going to use that bag because of the color. There's a reason why I chose it in the dark navy blue, right? So what I'm trying to say is if you have your eyes set on something and it goes on sale, great, take advantage of that, but don't settle for a different color or even a completely different style just because it's on sale. Because if the reason why you're doing it is to get a good deal, once you've purchased it and made that deal, it's over. And it's not like you're gonna continue to enjoy the bag, right? At least for me, I didn't. So that's definitely something I would tell myself. So kind of on the same line, I would also tell myself to not fall for limited edition items. I still fall for that, and I have to remind myself so much to like, hey, yes, it's limited edition. Yes, you might have some FOMO about, you know, never being able to get it again if you don't get it now, but what purpose will it serve? So it's more of like, yes, you can get an item if it's limited edition because you wanted something from this collection. The color's great. But if the item you get, the purpose of it is just to sit there, okay, for one item, maybe two. But if you have a whole shelf of things that's just gonna sit there, are you okay with that? If not, then don't get it, right? So just make sure whatever limited edition item has a purpose. Just like any non-limited edition item, when you buy it, should have a purpose. So that's what I would tell myself to avoid, which I still have to tell myself now. Because after, you know, 2 negative points, I'm gonna give myself a positive point, a pat on the back. Good job on saving and buying my first Chanel Classic medium flap in black caviar at the Rue Cambon store. I bought mine maybe, I would say like 4 years ago. So here it is right here, still looking pristine as ever. It's just so like covers so many points as being the best bag, but I know it's not for everybody. For me it is one of the bags that I really wanted to get, and at the time it's expensive. But it's more expensive now, so that's why I'm saying like good job on getting it then. I got it at the Rue Cambon store when I was on a trip in Paris, so because I'm kind of sentimental, it was definitely like a memorable time. It was my first Chanel handbag. I got it while the price was still low in comparison to now, and I got it when it was available, because even now it's like really hard to get your hands on one. So I really wanted to give myself a pat on the back for getting this. Of course I would have wanted to get even sooner, because that would have been even cheaper, but for the time that, you know, I was able to save as much as I could, that was a really good time for me to get it. So good job. Moving on back to a not so good point, is that I don't need 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 20 wallets, okay? Like you probably only need like, what, 3 wallets? Honestly, nowadays I don't even use wallets, I use a card holder. But for some reason I had that like thought that I need like 20 card like wallets or like SLG like things. So I have a few to show you. And this is not even all of it, it's just some of it. Okay, so I have like, you see this? Granted, they are of different sizes. So I have the Emily wallet, which is like my long, you know, continental wallet. I have a compact wallet. This is the Victorine wallet, which I really like as well. Then I have this secret wallet from Louis Vuitton, which I thought was great because it has a zip on it, but I have like hardly ever used. This was made in France. It even has like a sticker on the, like still on one of the zipper pulls. I mean, it looks in pristine condition. And you know why? It's because I haven't used it. Like, it's like, come on. So there's that. Then I got to thinking, oh, maybe I need like an extra, you know, key holder. This is also Louis Vuitton. This is so similar, right? Like, look at, I have 3 Empreinte leather things from almost pretty much the same usage, right? I don't need all of these, but I thought to myself at the time that I did for some reason. That's not to say though, this one I did not regret. This one I think it's a good decision. This one is the Chanel 17B Iridescent Light Gold, which looks like the rose gold. And at the time I bought this because I wanted a bag. So I wanted a mini classic flap or a small, but they sold out. That's crazy. So I just wanted something, right? And this one I was content with being able to just look at it because of how pretty it is. It makes me happy every time. And I mean, I did use it every so often, but again, I don't really use it because I'm not really much of a wallet person. I use a card holder, right? So I am glad I got this one, but this one I was actually okay with because the color drew me in so much. This one, the color drew me in, but it wasn't like enough, I think. I'm not saying this was a bad decision, but I think Chanel does come out with this color quite often, so I didn't need to jump on it, and probably would have gotten it in a different item might be better because I don't need that many card holders or wallets or whatever. This one is one of their XL sizes one, so yeah, it's still very pretty, but with like these ones, I'm not like super fond. Like, I mean, I like it, but it's not like I stare at it and I get happy, whereas these two I do, right? These two. So it really depends. I would tell myself, you don't need all these wallets. Do not get it just because it's less expensive than a handbag. If you want a handbag in that color, get the handbag in that color. Unless of course it is like this one. They're all sold out or something. But yeah, I would tell myself, don't buy so many wallets. They add up, and they can add up to a handbag, which I actually prefer to get. All right, guys, my final point today to tell myself will end on a good note, and it is to tell myself good job on selling my handbags and SLGs that I no longer use. And this is something that I don't do very often because I have a little bit of trouble. I have a little bit of trouble letting things go. I get attached to things. So I think it was great that I started to do that, because then I realized it's a good thing, because you're clearing out your closet, you're finding it a better home, and you have a little bit of cash now to get something that you'll actually use, right? So this is something I have to keep telling myself, because there are actually a lot of stuff in my closet that I don't really use anymore, and somebody else could make better use of it than me. For example, like some of the wallets I have here. So I should definitely do a vlog sale. It's difficult for me because I don't want to let it go, but you know, there's going to become a time where, you know, because I'm not going to stop buying things, right? I'm not going to stop liking new things that come out. So I really do need to sort of like one in, one out type of thing. Maybe not that extreme, but yeah, something like that. So it's something that I think I really admire when people can do it. And I want to convince myself to do it more often. But kudos for me for doing it already in the past and to continue to do it in the future. All right, so that is all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this video. I would love to know what you think about some of these points, or if you have any of your own, like what would you tell your past self, right? So I don't know how many people have done this, because I am kind of late on doing this tag. So if you haven't done it, I'm tagging you now. I'll also tag a few ladies below. I hope you guys will do it, because I do want to learn from your experience as well and see how it compares. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.